I welcome everyone to the channel, and in this video there will probably be the first video from the new project section. Well, how can I say the new project section? I just want to assemble a bicycle, roughly speaking, from the fact that I have various spare parts, wheel brake switches, and so on. The project will be 26th wheels, yes. They'll swoop in now and say they don't need lower ones, but I decided that's because I have 2/6 wheels. Those who have been subscribed to the channel for a long time know that I'm a cube that I had on 26th wheels. I switched it to 27.5 and accordingly, I still have the 26th wheels on Naki, but I can't just throw them away. That's the project, and I'm the I don't know. Somewhere, I think I even heard this, I want to assemble it for a homeless person. It was just a blast of all the spare parts, used ones, not second-hand tubes, glued tires. The wheels are old, the brakes are really new, the fork will be new, and the frame will also be new. But I take everything that is the cheapest. For example, this carbon fiber fork is rigid for 26th wheels, although they will say that it was probably necessary to have a 29th one, so that the geometry doesn't suffer there. It doesn't really matter what it is. Underscore the geometry of the homeless guy. That's why I want to assemble it purely from what I have. I think a lot. Yes, I already told you this is the fork. Let's go back to the forks. The fork is a carbon fiber one. 2. We have a carbon fiber company below. I had a saddle and a handlebar and sat on it the stem, in my opinion, or not. I'm mistaken, maybe I'm mistaken. Here's a carbon fiber fork. Its weight will be 570 g, and what's more, the rod hasn't been sawed off yet. That is, well, maybe even yes. Damn, it's probably a normal piece. I think they sawed off because, considering how much there is a steering glass, plus stems and a ring, well, in general, somewhere in the third part I think they've taken a sip. In general, the fork will be even lighter, and well, by the way, the spacer is even lighter and generally minuscule. I even made a poll like whether it's better to put a rigid fork on a cheap bike or a registry one. Some kind of shock absorption like Santur STSH. Well, everything is in the same price range there, about 5,000, yes. I looked at it here. Oh, it's here. Guess how much it cost me? A full carbon fork cost me, right in the comments. That's how much? 3,500. Now, here I am. By the way, what I can show you is 3,500. The file cost me 3,500. Now it costs how much it costs now? Now it costs 5,300. I don't know whether to focus now or not. Well, just take my word for it. 5,300. I will of course leave the link below in the description, because the seller has 26, 27, 29 matte and the glossy one. I took the matte one because, well, the glossy one would be very cool for the homeless. It was driven correctly, like it was still shiny. Oh, what the heck. In general, what do we have next? Accordingly, the platform for the wheels is flat, at least by eye. If you look at the end, there are even aluminum inserts. There are threads. We have a glued one for I don't know, for the fender, probably something to install. I probably don't know honestly what can be done there with this hole and the fastening for the shirt or the hydraulic line. In general, well, everything is thought out, everything is cool. Our rod is straight, and this is for 26th wheels. I'll say it again right away because the seller has 27 and 29 respectively. I don't think for long right now. Come on, 26 for 3,500. At first I thought about taking the MO or Nano type. Well, the aluminum prices there were also 54,000. I already added everything to the Card I thought now everything about one. Click I order I buy everything and then I'll look at logo. Damn, this is a good company. Well, it's relatively good because, well, they have handlebars, seat posts, and the saddle is cool because I put it on the Redhead project. I like the carbon fiber cover and in general, I think it might be worth taking the risk of taking the fork. Well, that is, as if in terms of rigidity, well, it plays a little like that. But this is taking into account the fact that there are no wheels here. I don't know how rigid it really will be. This fork won't break. Right after the first ride, I actually planned how to assemble this project and maybe there for some pennies. Well, roughly speaking, push to sell considering that there are used switches and second-hand tires and second-hand wheels, probably a %. I'm looking now and I think that in principle, there's a lot there that's used, second-hand brake discs and from, but it turns out there will be a fork frame, grips, handlebar, stem, steering, brakes and a chain cassette. Because I don't have any extra ones for 10 speeds, then of course I'll tell you a separate video and show you what I'll install, or all this will be shown in the assembly itself because I'm still waiting for the frame left. I'm interested in waiting for the frame. I chose it earlier than you. I wanted to take the cheapest one. It's actually the cheapest. It cost me, too. You won't believe it, it's ridiculous money. Well, a little more expensive than the fork, that is, the fork is now there 5,300 and the frame is a little more expensive than the fork. Just estimate. I still don't believe that I was so lucky. Well, in general, we'll continue to watch well, so as not to miss this. It's more interesting in general to see the assembly of probably my most extraordinary project, called Homeless People. Well, just homeless people, led by a homeless person. So subscribe and like. Andre was with you. The Whale channel is great. Good luck to everyone until new